We're back live. We're going to be talking about Mike Tyson being scared of Jake Paul. We're going to talk about Adin Ross getting beaten up by Sean Omalley. UFC Vegas 90 news, reacting to everything in combat sports. We'll be right back.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Hit the like.
It's time for the MMA-Holes!
From the 206 studios of Arizona, we're live with the
Wonderful, wonderful.
How's everyone doing tonight? Welcome to the MMA Holes. Hit the like button and let's get on with the program. My name is Chris, Mystic Moss, King of the Dragons. It's been a minute. And I'll be your host for the evening. MyBookie.ag is the place to make a bet. In case you were wondering, MyBookie.ag, the promo code is MMAHOLES for a 10% match on your first deposit. Go on over to MyBookie.ag, bet responsibly, and win big. If you're going to be watching the fights this weekend or UFC 300, use our link in the description, ESPN Plus. We get a little commissione from it, and it's wonderful, wonderful. Thank you to for those that use the link.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I can't even get out of my head today. What the hell? How's everyone doing in the chat? We got a great show for you tonight. How's everyone doing? You all doing well? You all doing good? Hopefully you're all well. Let's take attendance before we get underway on the MMA Holes Wild Extravaganza. All right, how you doing, James Stack? What's going on, Mystic Chris? I know I can't even. I'm like talking like Colby Covington tonight. I don't know what's going on. Silvercrawl, the legend, brother. Holy hell, freaks and geeks. How you doing, Pale Monkey? My bookie rules. That's right, baby. Let's try to win this weekend. Let's give it a go. I slipped into Chris Curtis's DMs and wished him the best of luck. He's trying to go 2 for 2 against Brendan Allen. We'll look at that card. We'll watch some of the media scrum thingies, whatever you want to call it. I don't always bet, but when I do, it's Moss Picks with my 401k. I'm telling you, the children's savings, your mortgage, 401k, put the pension on the line with mystical picks. I'm going to give you the locks. All right, let's get into it, friends. Let's do this. First off, hold on a second. Let's put in for monetization. Doesn't matter. Get demonetized anyway, but let's just do it just for laughs. A quick announcement before we get underway. All right. For those of you who don't know, Sausage has passed away, also known as John, also known as Drunk Savage, passed away last Friday. Jesse did make contact with the family. If you would like to have more information about what went on and what's going on, or if you just want to reach out, the obituary, however you say obituary, I can't say that word. If you want to go write a nice thing over there, just DM Jesse on Discord or at the MMA Holes. We can forward you the stuff. She actually made contact with his father, and they had a very interesting conversation. Very nice guy. So yeah, that's that. Chris Curtis finally be a UFC game. Yeah, I did hear about that. Chris is in the UFC game, so congratulations to Chris. All right, here we go. Put in for monetization. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, so the first story that we're going to discuss, let's just laugh at Sean Omalley real quick before we get into the Mike Tyson story. Sean Omalley, who has been hanging around with the happy dad people, he's been hanging out with a lot of the live streamers. And I got to say, Sean O'Malley's doing a really good job at tapping into the young audience. And he's got a deal with Happy Dad, the Nelk Boys, this kid Adin Ross, who's like become super popular on the internet, very well-off young man, and he seems like everything he touches is gold. Well, Adin Ross, it seems he likes to jump in these rings and cages and get beat up by some of these fighters. And today we get to see Sean Omalley beat up Adin Ross. And I want to know what you think about this as we watch and break down Sean Omalley versus Adin Ross. Now, before we get to that, I want to make sure that, this is very violent. Put the kids to bed. And, I just want to warn you guys, this is going to get real ugly, okay? This is Sean Omalley, the bantamweight champ, versus Adin Ross. He sits in his living room and, he streams. Did you see Rampage has a boxing match against a strongman? No. I thought Rampage was fighting. Let's go, champ. He's not fighting. Oh, shit. Is Drunk Savage Damn Savage on Twitter? Yes. Yeah. I think we tagged his account. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. He's the one that introduced us to you. Yeah. He's not with us anymore. Another Sean beating up an influencer. Yes. Sean's like to beat up influencers. It seems like that's the thing. Was he the guy with his headgear? No headgear in this one. Sean didn't go too hard on Adin's Joe Mama. All right, we'll watch. We'll see. Well, you be the judge. Adin Ross likes being punished by men. He's a little lioness that takes it up the sphincter. Okay, here we go. Here's Adin Ross. This is courtesy of Happy Dad. Happy Dad's been very interesting with their content. They've been showing some good stuff here. Saves us some time. So Happy Dad's been a go-to. Not Happy Dad, Happy Punch. Got my head in the wrong places. You're going to have to excuse me because I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me today. Here we go. I can't zoom in on this. All right, anyway. Here it is.
Come on. Come on, Aiden. Oh.
This looks like when I used to wrestle with my little brother. We used to play fight. That's exactly what it looks like. What the fuck is going on? What's the purpose of this? Like, for real. And Adin Ross, I mean, he's not that much of a... Is he this much of a spaz? Like, I feel like this is all, man, like, for the stream, for the clicks. Like, I mean, is there anything real about this? This is so dumb. This is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. I mean, then I understand Sean Omalley taking it easy on him because, listen, he's the bantamweight champion. He's the best bantamweight in the world, right? But Adin Ross, I mean, come on, bro. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Listen, I'm not fucking God's gift to fighting, but I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm like, he's not even doing anything to him. There's no possible way. I got to give this guy the benefit of the doubt. There's no possible way that he's this spastic. There's no way. I refuse to believe it. I've never seen anything like this. This literally looks like kids play fighting, making a home movie or something like that. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, shit.
Oh, that one looked like it might have hit good at the end. Hold on, the very end. This one, hold on, leg kick.
Oh, shit.
And he just whiffed on that. He barely hit it, but you could hear the pop over there outside the knee. So, yeah, that probably hurt. Let's see. Here he gets kneed in the head. Let's see. I mean, man, he could have fucking took his head off right here. Like, look at this one right here. The head kick. Like, Adin drops the hands. Right? Here it comes. Headshot, dead shot. Like, man, if he would have unloaded, that would have been the greatest thing in the world. If he just head kicked him, went unconscious. But, of course, Sean's not going to do that. I mean, that would be... You would definitely... you would definitely be feeling the heat from the internet if you fucking just KO'd him right there. But, oh, my God. What is up with this?
Oh, shit.
What is happening? Oh, my God. So, yeah, that dropped on the internet. Sean Omalley violated Adin Ross for 10 straight minutes. 10 minutes straight on screen. Okay, so this is only 44 seconds of it. So maybe is there more of this? If you guys have any longer clips of this, drop it on the Discord. Let me know in the chat and we'll revisit this. So, okay, maybe this kind of makes sense here. Maybe this is towards the end, right? So if he was going like 8, 9 minutes before this, okay. Yeah, maybe maybe just Adin was just like giving up. It looks so fucking dumb. All right. Let me know your comments in the chat. What do you think about this shit show? Anyone else feel like the UFC is prostituting its brand to all these influencers? Kainotto, you know, I don't want to be that guy, but I understand what you're saying. When the Nelk Boys first came in, I cringed. Like, listen, we do a cringe show. We're a pretty cringe show over here that covers the UFC. So it's hard for me to criticize other cringe out there. You know, like we're cringy. We got dragons, you know, we got songs, we dance, we got dopey donation songs, the whole deal, you know. I say real stupid shit. So for me to say, oh, it's cringe and this and that, I mean, it would be hypocritical, right? But when the Nelk Boys came in, it just didn't make any sense. They came in to the sport and it was just like, okay, why are these kids here? Why is the UFC force feeding this? And then as it progressed, I kind of got it. You want to tap into that younger generation. When you look at the demographic for the UFC, it's a bunch of old people. But now the younger generation starting to get into it. Happy Dad, you selling the merch. The UFC's merging with the Nelk Boys. It makes sense. So as a business move, I get it. But if you're an old head, if you're someone that's been watching the UFC since UFC 1 and you're seeing this influx of autism hit social media, I mean, this is the bantamweight. This is the bantamweight champion right here. He's got fucking clown hair. He's play fighting with this influencer over here who's not part of the Nelk Boys, just, you know, another famous kid on Kick. There's a good picture of it. You know, I could understand why it would kind of look at this. I could understand why it could drive you nuts, right? If you're a purist, if you don't want to see all this nonsense. So I look at it like this. I'm not going to sit here and just completely shit on this because you do need to evolve. You do need to tap into a younger market. But at the same time, simultaneously, the UFC is putting out shit cards, right? With 3 in a row trash cards. This weekend, Curtis versus Allen. I'm going to go in with an optimistic perspective. But listen, we have dealt with Chris Curtis a couple times before. We've had him on the show. Very nice guy. Of course, I'll be rooting for Chris. We have, you know, someone that we're interested in. Allen's an interesting fighter too because he has a chance at redemption. So there's an interesting story. But if this card sucks too, what do we have? We just have influencers play fighting with clown champions. We have terrible fight nights. We have a super stacked 300. And then we go back to the shit show of the fight nights again. So I understand the frustration of the UFC fan. I get it. You know, even the live streamers. I did a video. I did an upload with the Guru thing. Go check it out if you missed it. You know, he's frustrated. People are like, oh, it's an act. It's not a fucking act, man. It's annoying if you're sitting there for 8 hours, 7 hours, 6 hours, however long you're watching these fights, and it's just shit after shit after shit fight. I mean, you have to be as honest as possible. You can't just lie and say, wow, this is great. You know? So we have a right to be frustrated. You know, we truly have a right to be frustrated with this stuff. I get what they're doing as a business, but why should the fans have to get that? You know what I'm saying? Like, this should cater to everyone in a way where it's not annoying. And they're crowbarring the Nina drama stuff. They're crowbarring the Nelk Boy stuff. And, I mean, I don't know. So I want to know in the chat, to you guys, do you believe that, do you think that this is getting out of control? Is it getting annoying? Is it pushing you away from the sport? Do you like it? Let me know your comments down below. The Apex doesn't help either. It doesn't. Apex doesn't help. No, but I understand why they have it. They have to have X amount of fights. And the Apex is a cheap way of doing it, so I kind of get it. MMA Guru says I'm an incel. How does an incel say I'm an incel? How does that even work? No, I like the MMA Guru. He's all right, man. I know he wouldn't dare say that about me. So that's fake news, Bubba. I don't think it is. If you don't like the cringe, just don't watch it. That's fair, Joe Mama. That's fair. You know, like, it's hard to avoid. It really is hard to avoid if you're scrolling through the news and there's really nothing there. It's just a media scrum, and then there's a clown in the cage, you know, play fighting with Adin Ross. Now, afterwards, because he got beat up, they decided to gift Sean Omalley something. A very special moment over here.
Take it out.
Take off the
I mean, don't give to the people that need something like this. Give to the rich.
blindfold. No way. Look, Jordan. What? Bro.
Yeah, look at that, baby. All right. There is a term, money goes to money. There's a term, money goes to money. And, that's what we're watching here. Listen, good for these kids to be able to throw money around and shower their friends with gifts. But it's all on camera. Like Sean Omalley did this thing where he was doing like a bit where he was giving money to like homeless people at Walmart. But he had the cameras rolling. This over here, it's all a shtick. It's all for clicks. It's all for likes. They're literally just pushing the money back and forth just for the content. This car is a bouncy, nice pink. I mean, it's a nice vintage car.
That's real. That's crazy.
KC says then he sucked him off. Is that what happened afterwards? Did Sean Omalley suck off Adin Ross? Is Sean Omalley doing the thing at Christmas where, you get a gift and you're like, well, I could buy this, or, all right, or I have one of these already. Let me pretend I'm excited. Is he doing one of those, those kids where they're just like, yeah, I'm going to pretend I'm excited about this, because I got to be honest with you, Sean could just buy this thing.
Bro, that's fucking pimp. No. Bro, that is so pimp.
So pimp.
Oh my God. I can just do that whenever, up and down like that.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
gonna that.
Oh shit, I'm calling you. Check 2 1. Bro, that's
They're playing the Superstar song, right? That's Sean's walkout song. So it's like, it's all, this staged. I mean, this is just fucking ridiculous.
crazy. Oh shoot. Bro.
Glitching them.
That thing is hard.
Dude, that's fucking That's crazy, bro.
Wow, it's crazy. The car is hopping. It's fucking unbelievable.
Wonderful.
Sanosi.
Perceptive. Back in the early 2000s, teens got into the UFC due to Spike TV catering to the youth and obviously the Ultimate Fighter. You know the style and whatnot. I feel influencers/social media is the version of that now. God, I sound like an old man.
I know. Like, I don't want to be that guy. If I wasn't doing the show, I would do like Joe Mama said. I wouldn't even watch. I wouldn't be plugged into any of this stuff, but I got to do some content. And I was looking through the news. I'm like, wow, we really have not much to talk about here. I mean, we're really struggling for news. The Mike Tyson thing's pretty interesting. We'll talk about that in a second. But I get it, Sanosi. Like, when you're forced into this stuff and you're looking at it, like, well, I'm out of this shit. I don't know. This is weird. I got kids. Maybe when my kids get a little bit older, they're going to get into this, and I'll appreciate it a little more. As a businessman, though, I understand it. I totally get it, man. I totally understand what they're doing over here. And these kids over here are businessmen now. And Sean O'Malley's doing something very, very important. He's making sure he's got a safety net. When the UFC thing is done, you hang up the gloves, you're an influencer. You're online, do whatever you have to do. You don't really have to sit there and break down fights. You don't have to be like starting up a podcast, even though he has a million different podcasts. He could be doing live streams and playing games, and he could be having fun. He's setting it up for anything. He can go any route. He could sell his merch, his swag. The sky's the limit for what Sean O'Malley can do after the UFC. So very smart guy, and kudos to him as a businessman. But my goodness, just consuming the content as a geezer like myself, or some of you in the chat, maybe you're younger than me and find this nauseating. I could get it. I get that too, I get that too. But Sonosi's right. The Ultimate Fighter back in the day was the way to get the young people into the UFC. The Ultimate Fighter is complete trash right now. So this is the new wave. This is the new wave over here. I feel like they could have done a little bit better on this one. This one was kind of lame.
Super chat.
Gotta get new eyes on the sport. No country for old men. Card quality drops. New fans don't notice. WWE playbook. Good takes recently. Cheers, Holes.
Thank you, Ross, very much for the $4.99. Hey, man, I appreciate that. Thank you, Sonosi and Ross. If you want to support the program, hit the Streamlabs or the Super Chat. Thank you very much. All right, so that's that. Final thoughts on the Sean O'Malley thing. He said Shugtember is when he's coming back. So it looks like him, Marab, in September will be going down. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. the return of Sean O'Malley. You pumped for the return of Sean? Do you like what he's doing on social media? What do you think about Sugar? It's worth trying to headline female fighters to appease the woke freak show. Do you think, let me ask you, Robert, I'm actually curious. I haven't heard that angle. Are they having a bunch of women's MMA event in honor of wokeness? Is that what's happening? I mean, I don't think that's the case. It never even crossed my mind, but there is, that group of people out there that like everything's woke. I mean, kind of checking that box, right? Do you think that's what it is? Anyone in the chat agree with that statement? Do you think they're having a bunch of female main events? I mean, I don't think so, but you never know, man. Disney, who knows? There might be something in there. Hey, you got to have some lady fights too. I don't know. The funny short vids between Suge and Merab are funny. I did notice, I've seen the Merab videos of him in Paulo Costa, but I didn't see much of him in Sugar. Actually, no, I did. I saw the guy that was pretending he was Sean O'Malley. Moss is slowly waking up. Listen, I'm going to entertain that idea. I don't believe. I tell you what, if the UFC keeps on having female main events down the road, I could see Dana White doing some damage control. Like, hey, listen, this is why I did it, man. We were under contract. They wanted to have a certain amount of female fights. Like, he completely, when the deal is over with ESPN Plus, he can completely throw them under the bus and say something like that. But I don't think that's the case. I honestly, I don't think so. I think there was a main event that was supposed to happen in Atlantic City. It didn't work out, and the next best thing was Blanchfield versus Fiorot. Lizzo Wade. Yeah, dude, I am telling you, man, I am all over a heavyweight female weight class. If that was headlining cards, I'm all over it. I don't really need sex appeal for my MMA fights. I don't need it. I mean, it makes it better, right? If it's a shit fight, well, look at their ass. That's great. Titties flopping around. That's cool. That's cool. But, I mean, at the end of the day, I just want to see a good fight, a solid fight. If there were two fucking slobs in the cage rolling around in there, I mean, I'd be into that, man. I think that'd be fantastic. Not in a sexual way, but just watching two sloppy messes beat each other up. Yes. Yeah, give that to me.
Wonderful.
Problem is, there's not enough fat women that want to make a weight class.
Look, man, here's why we need to make a stand. If we sit back and say nothing, the UFC will include fighters' pronouns in the tail of the tape. The Octagon will be renamed the Coctagon. They'll have a trans division. Man, we need to make a stand.
The stand was Roadhouse, Kainotto. It was Roadhouse, that stand. How dare you? I think he's joking, right? Is he joking or is he serious? Are we going the woke direction? I mean, a lot of people have been complaining about the UFC, about their, like, here, let's look. We spoke about this in the uploads, but a lot of people have been complaining about the actual cards. I think we have to kind of give it a pass because of UFC 300 is just, it's top to bottom fantastic. 299 was the same, but now we're creeping into 301 and 302. That's in Newark. No offense to Newark. I actually saw Sonnen versus John Jones at Newark. But these cards are going to be pretty bad. The fight nights over here. You got Barboza versus Murphy. Interesting. How many people know who Murphy is in the chat? Raise your hand in the chat if you know. Yes or no? Do you know who Murphy is? My grandparents. This is fantastic. The June 22nd card in Saudi Arabia. That's going to be a good one. But, like the fights previously leading up, the ones that we were complaining about. And listen, we don't know. This could be a shit show, this card. It could be another shit show. That'd be 4 in a row. But looking at this, 2 in a row female cards. Tuivasa versus Tabora. I mean, geez. Uh-oh. Pal!
I've got a smartphone and I need a time machine.
The time machine.
Yeah.
There he is.
White boy, come in and tell me that if I fuck you in your ass, you punk white boy, you faggot. You can't touch me, you're not man enough. I eat your asshole alive.
You bitch.
Fuck you, you hoe. Come and say to my face, fuck you, ass for everybody. You bitch. Come on, you bitch. You scared coward. You not man enough to fuck with me. You can't last 2 minutes in my world, bitch. Look at you scared now.
Easy.
Oh, scared like a little white pussy.
Easy.
Scared of the real man. I'll fuck you till you love me.
This Tyson would do dirty things to Jake Paul. We can't all stay young forever. Incoherent rant incoming Fook this past week. It can eat a dick. Fook self-entitled ass clowns who think their shit don't stink. And all you MMA holes out there, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for the generous donation, Pale Monkey. I got to say this. The past week with the passing of the sausage, the way this community has pulled together, phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal, man. Like, I got to applaud you guys in the Discord, having each other's back, you know, picking up fallen soldiers. You know, we all mourn together. We laugh together. It's really, this could be the most elite group of MMA holes that we've seen in 7 years. So thank you to this community for picking everyone up and just being fantastic. The new MMA holes, the OGs, thank you. And thank you, Pale Monkey, for that donation. Appreciate it. Today I was at the gym when I was talking to Jess, and Jess was, you know, saying how she spoke to his father. I was at the gym, like, dude, I was like, it was like jumping into my mind. Like in the middle of the gym, I'd have music playing, fucking Metallica, the Screaming Suicide song comes on. I had to change it. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, it's really driving me nuts. Absolute nuts. So seriously, this has been phenomenal with you guys. The fact that you guys have been able to stick together and pick each other up. And honestly, you've helped me out tremendously as well. So thank you very much. And thank you, Pale, for the 1995. We're going to get into the Tyson stuff over here where he's actually scared about the fight coming up with Jake Paul. Good segue from that Pale donation, but we got something else slipping in.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Sanosi.
If you need a new upload to get hate clicks, talk about that angle. I never honestly thought of it, but fuck, lately it's been bad, so fuck. There a chance with Disney/ESPN. YFK 300 has a women come on. If a month after YFK 300, do you think true?
I tell you, you know, it's I'm going to let this thing play out a little bit. And if we're still going in this same direction, maybe, you know, I listened to Chris Curtis on his media scrum, and thank you very much, Sanosi. I listened to Chris Curtis on his media scrum bring up another content creator, and there is an influx of nauseum with content creators where it's just like they're trying to fucking piss people off. Like, that's all they're trying to do is piss fighters off or anyone in the combat sports world. Like, their whole thing is that. Now, when I go after Ariel, it's usually because someone started it, right? And then I'll just say, well, I agree, basically. I agree with that guy, you know? But there are hot takes and things, and Chris Curtis says that he has someone that handles his social media because he doesn't want any of his negative bullshit. He got rid of his Twitter. And it is weird. So with me now jumping into the upload world, there's going to be some edgy shit. I'm probably going to say things that are going to piss people off, but I'm trying to do it in a way where it's not like I am just doing it because I just want to be a dick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I noticed that people are doing uploads that are getting a lot of views just to be a dick. So that's what I'm going to try to figure out. How to be easier to digest without being a complete asshole. Don't be an a-hole, be an MMA hole. That's what I'm going to try to do with the uploads. So bear with me. It's going to evolve. If you haven't watched the uploads after this video, go binge through and hit the like button. Thank you, Sanosi. We're going to go into the Mike Tyson situation over here. Here we go. Mike Tyson was on Fox News, everyone's favorite network. Now, my dad is like, he has Fox News injected into his veins. This is all he watches. He comes over and visits. Fox News is coming on. Now, I'm not a big political guy, so I don't need to sit there and watch this stuff. But Mike Tyson went on Fox News, and he said something that's very, very interesting about his upcoming fight with Jake Paul. Now, it is an exhibition fight, but you can knock each other down. You can try to beat each other up. There's bigger gloves. There's a 30-year age gap. The fight's still going on, and I got to be honest with you. The closer it gets, the more nauseous I'm getting, because do we really need to see this? I'm going to watch it. I'm going to stream it. I'll be part of the problem, but there is that pit in my stomach. Like, what if this fucking guy dies? You know, what if he has a heart attack or something, or a stroke? Like, I don't know. He's got to get cleared by the medical team, but we'll see. But here we go.
This is called an exhibition. But if you look up exhibition you will not see any of the laws that we're fighting under. This is a fight. I don't think he's faster than me. I've seen a YouTube of him at 16 doing weird dances. That's not the guy I'm going to be fighting. This guy's going to come, he's going to try to hurt me, which I'm accustomed to, and he's going to be greatly mistaken.
Okay, so I want to ask you in the chat, first off, with him saying exhibition, does that completely turn you off? Is that bothering you? Are you happy that's exhibition because of the age gap in Tyson versus Jake Paul, the circus that is? I want to know your thoughts on that before we keep going into this video here. And by the way, if you're watching our channel for the first time, when we watch these videos, I can't really just play it through and just sit here with my thumb up my ass. I got to do a reaction here. Fair use, motherfucker. So that's why that happens. But anyway, let me know in the chat. Are you fans of this being an exhibition, or are you let down? Exhibition equals sparring? Pretty much. Yep. Trash, hold on. Trash, cash grab, scripted. Anyone thinking Tyson will win is fucking idiot. Let's see. We all know it was going to be an exhibition from the get-go. Yes. I'm not surprised at all. Let's see. Nah, Mike is stiff. His mind says yes. His body says no. Boo-boo. I'll watch it for free, just like I do the UFC. Well, it's going to be on Netflix. So if you have Netflix, I don't think they're charging a pay-per-view for this. But how many people have Netflix in the chat? Fake fight, freedom. It's going to be a spar. I have nothing else but MMA and influencer boxing. There's nothing else. I have nothing else. I have nothing else. Vast, thank you for being a member, man. Appreciate you, Vast. Vast is, or you just re-upped, or you just became a member. Actually, no, I think it says green belt. Well, thank you, Vast. You're the man. And thank you, that boy Bent, becoming a double champion as well. Thank you, champions. Thank you, members out there. Double champ, baby. I have nothing. Had Netflix until they cracked down on password Fukum. You know what? It was annoying, right? Because you can have an account and then like a bunch of people could use your account. Then they cracked down. Yeah, that was annoying. My parents don't have Netflix anymore because of that. I get it. Okay, here we go.
He's going to be greatly mistaken.
Will you please promise me you're going to kick this guy's ass and shut him up, please?
Hey, I will do just that for you. Right now, I'm scared to death. But as the fight gets closer, the less nervous I become because it's reality. And in reality, I'm invincible.
Could you believe that he said that? I got to be honest with you. I'm pretty shocked. Right now, I'm scared to death. And this guy over here, whoever this dude is saying, please, would you please beat this guy? A lot of people are probably thinking that. He's speaking for a lot of people. Just knock Jake Paul out already. I mean, enough's enough with this kid, right? But he's saying he's scared to death.
I will do just that for you. Right now, I'm scared to death. But as the fight gets closer, the less nervous I become because it's reality. And in reality, I'm invincible.
Do you think this fight's going to happen? Do you think like someone's going to try to, I mean, there's too much money involved for it not to happen. But do you think someone's going to try to throw a monkey wrench into this thing? This doesn't seem right. Being that honest, I don't know. Oh, is that his name? Hannity? Is the old guy? My dad would probably be so upset with me that I don't know who it is. He has the power of the mushroom. He says he's going to be off the drugs. He's still tough as hell. I believe in him. I hope he does win. I don't know. I feel like it's going to go the distance, and then they're not going to have a decision, right? Because it's exhibition, right? Unless someone gets knocked out, and it goes the distance, there's no winner in an exhibition. There's no winner at all. Let's see. I found out I was paying for an additional Netflix profile for some rando for months. What? What the hell did that happen? You heard about the new Mike Tyson boxing video game, Bite Night Champion.
Wonderful.
No, but I can't wait to get it. I'm a little upset. I heard the South Park game sucks. I don't know if I'm going to get it now. Exhibition is just that, an exhibition, draw incoming. Yeah, Keenan, right? It seems like bet the house on this thing going the distance and then no outcome. Could you imagine like this thing is going to be at AT&T Stadium AT&T Stadium. Bunch of fucking crazy. I mean, my uncle, who's not really plugged into combat sports anymore, was even telling my dad that he's like, well, I would like to watch this. Like, he's interested. Everyone's going to be watching this thing. If you're in Texas or near Texas, you could be like, well, I kind of want to see this shit show. I mean, you get to see Mike Tyson fight again, right? Nostalgia. I have a feeling they're gonna sell a lot of tickets. I have a feeling a lot of people are gonna watch on the Netflix. It's gonna get a gazillion views, and then it's gonna go to a draw. Complete waste of time. Anyone think someone's gonna get knocked out? I mean, a draw seems like the most logical way for this thing to play out.
Ah, super chat.
No loss.
I sent you a video on Twitter. Rhonda is delusional.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, yo, if there's any videos that you want me to check out within the combat sports world, hit us up on Discord or Twitter. And if we don't see it, just tell us in the chat, and we'll watch it tonight. The news is slow, so here we are talking about Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. But I thank you, Awandi, for the donation. You the man. Abu Dhabi, baby. That donation came in all the way from Abu Dhabi. I know people that are actually saving up just to plan a vacation there, just for that event. Dude, it's going to do phenomenal. Jake Paul, his pay-per-views do terrible, right? But it really doesn't matter because the UFC doesn't release the numbers. So the UFC going around saying, oh, he doesn't sell pay-per-views. You motherfuckers haven't released a pay-per-view, the numbers to pay-per-views in, what, 2 years? When was the last time the UFC released pay-per-view numbers? They used to do it all the time. All of a sudden, magically, we're not doing that anymore. So you got balls of steel saying that Jake Paul doesn't sell. You guys don't sell either. Sorry. All these records that you're breaking, show the pay-per-view numbers. So I think what's going to happen now is Jake is going to do this fight. He's going to be able to calculate how many people watched on Netflix. It's going to get astronomical like numbers on Netflix. And then he's going to take that number and just shove it down Dana White's throat. And I love Dana White. I'm a big fan. Love the UFC. But Jake Paul's going to take that fucking number and shove it down his throat. And then that stadium, they're probably going to give a bunch of tickets away too, just so it looks nice and full. You know, that stadium is going to be full of people. It's going to be, it's going to be nuts. It's going to be fucking nuts, man. And of course, we'll be reacting to it. I'll lean into it.
Now I'm scared to death. But as the fight gets closer, the less nervous I become because it's reality. And in reality, I'm invincible.
You want to teach him a lesson.
I will do just that, but dislike him? No, I don't. I do not have no grudges against him. He's beautiful. And no, it's not from that perspective.
So think about that. He's beautiful. I have no grudges. Of course, because they got together. They made a business move. They said, hey, listen, we don't even have to really fight. And this show will be on Netflix. Everyone's going to be talking about it. You're going to get a ridiculous bag of money. Of course. Why would he hate him? Now, do you think that Mike Tyson should kind of play the villain in this and say how much he doesn't like Jake Paul? Or do you like this version, being honest? Because they're pretty much telling you. I mean, Jake is still doing his crazy skits on social media, but they're pretty much telling us, hey, guys, some WWE shit that you're going to be watching. So is that cool with you guys? It's WrestleMania, says Duke Chronic. I mean, that's what it feels like. It feels like they're doing some staged, theatrical legend versus new buck type deal. You know, like it just feels like an act. Really, it does. It feels like they're just gonna go. They'll try to, they'll hit each other a couple of times, but it does. It seems like they're not gonna go all in. It seems like they're just gonna be fucking sparring, and then that's it. Stop spamming Nightbot. Listen, Nightbot does whatever the hell he wants. We got so many different donation alerts that he needs to tell you what's up. Okay, Nightbot's autistic. Leave him alone. He's got autism. All right. Just leave him alone. Just leave him alone. I'm sorry, Nightbot. I didn't mean for that guy to talk to you like that. But what do you think about this shit show? I just realized I'm a loser. Whatever they do, I'll watch it as a loser.
Wonderful.
We're all going to be watching this shit. No one's not going to watch this. We're all going to watch it. We're all gonna be gathering around watching this shit. You know it. As soon as Tyson gets jabbed in the nose, that fight becomes real. So you think that Tyson actually is gonna go in there and try to take his head off? I mean, maybe. I don't think so though. I mean, I think he's going to try to make it look like that. But after watching the last fight that he had, that ridiculous mess, I mean, I don't know. Don't pay for it. I'm not. Got Netflix already. I mean, you know, I tell you, I kind of want to reach out to Netflix and see if we can get some sort of thing like we have with ESPN Plus, because I like Netflix. I think Netflix is phenomenal. It's the only other thing, that and ESPN Plus, the only things that we have and will technically pay for. I mean, I got it through T-Mobile, so I'm good. I want to give Mike more credit. He makes $1 million from his other companies annually. It's not for money. Why would he fight unless he wants to actually win? Says that boy Bent. I think it's for money. This man knows how to spend money. And listen, he doesn't really have to fight, but do you see how he lives? Like, I think he lives very lavish, and he's probably a very given person, got a big family. I think he's doing it for money. I don't think he's doing it because he wants to compete. I don't think so. I mean, the amount of money, I'm curious. Let's see. Let's see. How much money will Mike make against... I didn't hear anything about possible purses. How much Mike Tyson make against... I mean, it's got to be nuts. It's got to be crazy. Unofficial source says Tyson will earn $20 million for the fight. Jake Paul left, and Mike Tyson will face each other on July 20th at AT&T Stadium. So unofficially, $20 million. If that's the purse, could you imagine? Could you imagine $3 billion? Could you imagine what he's making from sponsors on top of it? You know, if that's just the purse. And in Mike's career, I mean, you know, when he was on top of the game, you didn't have the bags of money that they were throwing around now. So $20 million is pretty damn good. I mean, you know, a little extra scratch to play around with. So, I mean, I don't blame Mike for doing it. He's still got that animal in him, but he's a businessman now, and this is a pretty solid business move. Now, if Tyson gets flatlined by Jake Paul, do you guys think it's going to be a dive? Do you think Jake is really going to come for that head? I mean, I say this thing is just going to go to distance. There's going to be no outcome, and that's it. But how many people in the chat think that Mike's going to get smashed or Mike's going to smash Jake? How many people think that a finish will happen in this fight? Curious, because I'm not on that boat. They did, but inflation stole it all. Oh, yeah. Jerry Jones must be thrilled. $500 million endorsement for Jake, too. Tyson will guess out of first few rounds. So, Life and Logic, do you think he's going to get finished? It's going to be sparring. Tyson is a businessman now. Oh, yeah, he is. I just spoke to someone that deals with him with his marijuana business. He is a businessman. Oh, yeah, he is. I can barely move, but Jake can barely box, so it's fair. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. The gloves are 30-ounce gloves. They're going to come in with those big, like at a children's party, where those big, giant boxing gloves. They're going to be in those big balls where you roll around in. Tyson diver goes rogue and KOs Paul. That'd be great if Tyson, like, off the medication Tyson. It's a 2-minute round. Yeah, 2-minute round. So, I mean, that's going to help the cardio situation a little bit. But, I mean, wouldn't that favor Jake, right? The younger man, whose cardio's been fairly decent, I would imagine. You know, a couple of body shots here and there. Tyson would be huffing and puffing at 60 years of age. Man, I fucking hope. I mean, listen, it would be so fucking funny if Tyson goes in there and fucking just knocks him right out. Like, that'd be so great. It'd be so fucking hilarious. Even if Jake, like, even if he gets knocked out by a 60-year-old, it's still Mike Tyson, right? So, I mean, both of them. And if Mike Tyson loses, he loses to a young man that's 30 years younger than him. You know, he's a senior citizen. So it's like there's really nothing on the line. And it's an exhibition fight, so it doesn't go against the record. So, I mean, they're just showing up for money. Bag of money. That's it. So I don't blame these guys for doing that. I really don't. Just, I don't know, what does it say about us that are going to watch this? Like, is there something wrong with us that we want to see this? Like, I don't want to see it. But of course, as it gets closer, I'm going to be like, all right, I kind of want to see this. Like, I don't know. Like, I just don't want to see him get knocked out. He's going to surprise us? So you think Tyson's going to go in there and take his head off? I hope you're right. Man, I thought Anderson Silva was going to do that. We all love freak shows. That is the truth. We do. We all love freak shows. We are losers. We are losers. That's true. That's true. We're all a bunch of losers. All right, let's see what Awandi sent. What he sent? He sent it on Twitter. She's still coping. Oh, yeah, yeah, fuck it. Let's watch this real quick. So, yeah, I saw Ronda Rousey was making excuses and stuff like that. She's running around talking about how her brain wasn't right. Just wasn't right. There was a time where Ronda Rousey was just a fucking superstar. Absolute superstar. When she came from Strikeforce to the UFC, kicked down the door, women's MMA now is here. Ronda ruined everything for all the fans now. But back in the day, it was cool, right? Women can fight in the octagon. Dana White said it would never happen. Ronda made it happen, right? And then she was going in there, finishing people. Now, say what you will about the talent. It was still a lot of fun when Ronda was there. When the Ultimate Fighter happened, that's when everything fell apart. The Miesha Tate thing. Ronda became very unlikable. And then when she took the losses, she became even worse, more unlikable. And my experience with Ronda, when she used to do those gaming streams and we used to pop in the chat and we had a little playful banter back and forth. But she was kind of a meanie to me. So you know what? All of my nostalgia for Ronda has gone out the window for how she's treated me. An MMA-Hole. I mean, she should show respect to me. But anyway, here is her on whatever podcast. I don't know whose podcast this is.
Couldn't even tell them why.
I couldn't because, well, first I felt like I had to come back for another fight because I felt like I owed it to the fans.
She's got the worst voice ever, right? I mean, talk about a buzzkill. Imagine you're in bed like,
That's right, and everyone that believed in me. Maybe I needed to give them an example of overcoming adversity. But
she sounds like, you ever see the skit on Saturday Night Live back in the day, SNL? It's Just Pat. It's time for androgyny. It's Just Pat, where they couldn't figure out if it was a male or a female. It was a great bit. Would never work now because that's real life, right? Pat's walking around right now. We don't know who's who, what's what. It's Just Pat. She sounds just like she used to do that fucking voice. Ronda sounds just like Pat. One's in the chat if you remember Pat.
Couldn't even tell them why.
I couldn't because, well, first I felt like I had to come back for another fight because I felt like I owed it to the fans, right? And everyone that believed in me. Maybe I needed to give them an example of overcoming.
And if you don't remember it, please, after this stream, Google It's Just Pat SNL. Like, you would be shocked. Be like, wow, they were doing this back then? It was hilarious. Holy crap. Yeah, Ronda's guy, her neck is looking thick, huh?
I owed it to the fans, right? And everyone that believed in me. Maybe I needed to give them an example of overcoming adversity. But it was to the point where the next fight, the first time I got touched, I was out on my feet. You know, and it was so hard because I'd never been faster, never been stronger, never had a better grasp of the game. I'd never been so much better than everybody else. Mm-hmm. But you know, your brain doesn't callous. It doesn't heal back stronger after a break. It's just an inevitable decline. And I just couldn't keep fighting at a level anymore. I'd taken punishment and taking...
Saying chode neck. She's got a fucking chode neck.
Punishment until I couldn't.
Yeah, what's up with that neck? Why does that neck look like that? That's weird, huh? When did she get that neck?
Anymore. And then when I got to the point that I couldn't take it anymore.
I swear to God, like from here, like from the clavicle to the chin, that does look. Is there an Adam's apple in there? That is quite the neck.
Then I was like vilified as like, oh, she was all hype and she was just lucky and she, you know, and people making all these judgments about me in a fight where I was literally, my first loss, I was not like, my mouth guard was bad. I literally came into that fight concussed from slipping down some stairs already after all the.
Oh my God. Oh my God, Ronda. You know, time has passed. You don't have to make any excuses anymore. You don't. You just don't. You don't. Why are you doing this? Like, you're literally making yourself even more unlikable. Oh, it frustrates the hell out of me. Because when she was on top of the world, it was so much fun. But now it's just like, what the fuck are you doing? I got to be honest with you. I think the repetitive shots to the head really screw these athletes up. I really do. Like, she's making this as an excuse and whatever. I really truly think it does. And with combat sports athletes going to podcasts and YouTube as their post-fight career, the reason why I truly believe that we'll be fine as the couch potatoes that have been doing these channels forever is because they have brain damage. I mean, it's that simple. Like, you've been hit a million times in the head. Your brain doesn't function appropriately. Look at Sean Strickland. Like, I mean, he says things that are true, but he says them in ways like he's retarded. And she sounds like she's fucking retarded here. I feel like a lot of these athletes that have been hit in the head over and over again, I kind of feel bad for them, man. I really do. It sucks. It really sucks seeing post-fight career, them talk, and it's just like, fucking hell, man. She sounds like she's a mutant right now.
These years of, concussions, and then I had absolutely terrible weight cut, which, that means you have less fluid in your brain to protect it. And I was out on my feet for the entire fight. I was just trying to make it look like I wasn't hurt, but I wasn't there cognitively. I couldn't think as fast. I couldn't judge distance. And just from that one.
What about if your opponent was just way better than you? Like, I mean, that happens. Sometimes time passes you by. There's a new influx of talent. Your day is gone. Like, why not just be honest? I had my run. I was literally the face of women's MMA. I'm the reason why it's in the octagon. I'm the reason why we can see Blanchfield versus Furo headline UFC Atlantic City. But here she is just crying.
Fight. Everybody felt like, oh, she's a fraud. And I know that, like, I'm the greatest fighter that has ever lived, but couldn't judge distance. And just from that one fight, everybody felt like, oh, she's a fraud. And I know that, like, I'm the greatest fighter that has ever lived, but when it got to a point where I'd just taken so much neurological damage that I couldn't take it anymore, suddenly everything that I accomplished meant nothing. And so then after
Sausage, F you don't block my sausage, D-West. Touch my sausage at the house, so wait a schnitzel while they cook the sausage, hands on my sausage.
Ninja.
Mo's my bro, none of our fucking brains are all right, man. We just have to make do with what the fuck we have, you know? I'm 39 years old today, brother, and I am honestly pretty fucked up. Edibles and alcohol. I wanted to quit those in honor of Savage, but...
Oh my God. Well, that's a lot to digest. Okay. First of all, thank you, Ninja Choke, for the 690. Second of all, to the people in the chat that aren't aware, there he is. There's a sausage, the man who unfortunately is not with us anymore. And it's been a real tough one for the community. Me and Jesse, we can't shake it. Jesse's been real rattled. She spoke to his father today, and it's a whole thing. But with Ninja Choke, here's what I got to say about that. I get it. I fucking get it. Trust me, I get it. I'm fucking doing tricep exercises today, and I'm having visions of him killing himself. I'm like, it's literally jumping into my fucking head, and I can't get rid of it. Like, and I'm in an incredible guilt on top of the pre-existing shit that's already in my head, you know? So, I get it. A lot of us deal with this shit. A lot of us, some are more vocal than others. It's a real thing. A lot of people say, you're a pussy, nut up, quit your addiction or whatever. I stopped. I slowed down with the drinking. I didn't completely stop because every once in a blue moon I do crack. But sometimes you just gotta wake up one day and say, this is the day where it's all gonna stop. I'm not gonna do any of the vices. I'm gonna start the new chapter. When you find that day, and it's gonna happen, you're gonna find that day. You'll understand. But right now, maybe it's not that day. And if you're feeling down in the dumps, trust me, you're not alone at all. And Ninja Choke, please get in the Discord, talk to the peeps. We got a great community that will hear you out. Slide into my DMs. I'll chat with you a little. I'm not a fucking therapist, but I will chat. And I hope you have a great birthday. Shit, 39 years old. Don't worry, 40's not bad. 30 was worse. So 39, enjoy this year. You're gonna have a good 2024. Everyone in the chat, pick up Ninja Choke, man. He's a little down in the dumps. It could be worse. You could be the best fighter in the world and have brain damage. Things could be worse. But you listen, a lot of us deal with it. A lot of us. Never commit suicide on Hood. What? Yeah, Ninja's a good person. Good people. 50 plus here, you youngsters. Ninja, one of us. He is. He's one of us. He is. 39 years young. You're still a young man. I have not slept good since Saturday. I see the same thing, Chris, over and over. It's like I told Jess, it's replaying in my fucking head. And I don't want to, I don't want to just keep talking about this to bring everyone down, But we do have the sausage donation, and it's gonna come up. We're still in the morning stage of our friends, so we'll figure it out. We'll get through it. That's what we do here. Never commit suicide. That's Custer shit. What the fuck? Hell Ninja Choke. See, there we go. I have a 400-pound girlfriend only because she has super hot pinky toes. Imagine being me. I mean, you're a lucky man. This is fucked me up tonight and caught me off guard. He was a good dude. Oh, PC Strickland, man. You hear the whole story, it's gonna put you in a bad place. He's a good dude, real good dude. He did a lot for our community, tremendous for our community, and on air and off air, he's helped us out tremendously. So it's a tough one, and he's been with us for what, 7 years, 6.5, 7 years. So yeah, it's pretty nuts. Yeah, hang in there. That's the best thing to say. Best thing to say. Hang in there, man. You're going to get through a Ninja Choke. You the man. And you know what? Good on you for speaking up about it. Like, if it's on your mind, you got to get it off. Just get it off your fucking chest. Don't keep it all cooped up. Let it out, baby. All right. Speaking of mental illness, here we go.
Damage that I couldn't take it anymore. Suddenly everything that I accomplished meant nothing. And so then after that second fight, and I saw how all these people that was coming back to fight for had suddenly turned against me, all of my appreciation for them turned into resentment. And I just didn't want to have anything to do for them with them anymore. I didn't want to do anything for them anymore because I gave them everything that I had, and they hated me for not being able to give them more.
Wow. What the? Wait, hold. Is she talking about the UFC at the end? Or is it WWE? Hold on. I got so...
Just fighter. I couldn't think as fast. I couldn't judge distance. And
is she talking about the UFC? Is she complete?
And just from that one fight, everybody felt like, oh, she's a fraud. And I know that, like, I'm the greatest fighter that has ever lived. But when it got to a point where I'd just taken so much neurological damage that I couldn't take it anymore, suddenly everything that I accomplished meant nothing. And so then after that second fight, and I saw how all these people that was coming back to fight for had suddenly turned against me, all of my appreciation for them turned into resentment. And I just didn't want to have anything to do for them with them anymore. I didn't want to do anything for them anymore because I gave them everything that I had, and they hated me for not being able to give them more.
That sounds like the UFC to me. Wow. I know the UFC reached out about UFC 300. They all got the call. Hey, what do you think about this? Give it a shot. What do you say? Wow, man.
Couldn't even tell
fucking
them.
Ronda Rousey. Anything else? Did she say anything else? Hold on. Man, oh man. Ready? Here it comes. Pink. Oh my God, that was crazy. That's crazy, man. So yeah, what do you guys think about Ronda? Shit, man. Misha did a mock fight. Crazy. Dr. Jack, Drunk was right about something bad coming. Word from reliable intel is that in 8 weeks there will be a financial collapse. Could you imagine? Could you imagine like his prophecy comes true and like something really like what the fuck was he talking about there? Something bad is coming. Like what? Imagine like something. I mean, I guess you could just say something bad is coming, and I think the something bad that's coming is what happened. I don't fucking know, man. I got to get my mind off of that shit. Like it's really like fucking me up. Yeah, let's look at a little Jedi. Let's see what Jedi the Clipper has put on the social media. I do want to see some of the scrum. Wait, PFL's happening? I didn't even know. When is PFL happening? PFL 1. So, is that Carmouche? Yeah, Carmouche versus Velasquez. Look at these fights. Oh, for fuck's sake. Talos Santos. It looks like, dude, it looks like a joke. Look at it. What the fuck? Put that shit on the poster. I'm so down on PFL, man. It's crazy. I don't know when the fights. I guess when are the fights? They had something going on. Dude, what the fuck? Who did Ariel have on today? Fioro, last guest? Oh my God, dude. That must have been riveting. Josh Barnett. Oh my God. Haven't seen him in a minute. Let's see. Oh, dude. Yo, I just watched his Bambi trailer. It's a banger. Dude, it's a banger, man. I gotta see this fucking Bambi. Bambi gets revenge.
That's why I wanted a fan.
Daddy Cowboy, baby, come on.
A sold out crowd to walk out that tunnel, blow the roof off this place, and look over and see my son like, wow, Dad, that's you. And see the look on his face. Wow, Dad. Wow, Dad.
You make me feel so
wow, Dad.
Daddy Cowboy.
Wow, Dad.
Come on, sing along in the chat, baby.
Daddy Cowboy.
On a Wednesday night.
Don't cry, Daddy Cowboy, don't cry. You're making me feel so proud.
And see the look on his face.
Daddy Cowboy.
Wow, Dad. Wow, Dad.
Thank you for the 650, Pale Monkey.
Last year my cousin sent ominous message to his best friend. Thankfully his friend took it seriously, went to his house, cut him down, and saved his life. Now his friend is his wife's new man. More to that story. Nobody could save my other cousin.
Wait. Hold on a second. Last year my cousin sent an ominous message to his best friend. Okay. Thankfully his friend took it seriously, went to his house, cut him down. Oh my God. And saved his life. Now his friend is his wife's new man. What the fuck? Hold up. Let me cut you down real quick so I can fuck your wife. Is that what happened? Am I getting that correctly? We live in a cruel world, man. We live in a cruel world. I did hear that correctly, right? What the fuck? Thank you, Pale Monkey. They say it's a true story. It gets worse. Holy shit. Dude, you should write a book. You should write a book. That's crazy, man. That's nuts. I want to hear the rest.
Wonderful.
What else happened? What else happened?
I am proud to say that I never lost a single ounce to this thick-necked, flared nostril, sardine-smelling ungrateful broad. I think most murdered sock after sock while Ronda was on top. That bitch was smashing midgets. Sound familiar?
Oh, God. I tell you what. Kainotto, did you like when Ronda hit the UFC, or were you against it then? Because, man, that time was fun. That was a blast. That UFC was so much more fun than what we got right now. That was a blast, man, when Ronda was fighting. I'm curious. I mean, now it's easy to rip on Ronda. She's freaking nauseating.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Ninja.
Mosuf 300 is going to be so sick. Love you all.
It is. Dude,
Flexed
it's gonna be wild,
biceps,
man.
fist, victory hand.
Let's go, Ninja Choke. The birthday boy. Thank you. Yeah, 300 is men. After this weekend, we are rolling into a 300 zone where everything is going to be about the card. I mean, there's just going to be so much content to be thrown out at you guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to 300. Then we got Peeps going to the event, so I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of content they could pull from there. It's going to be so much fun, man. I can't wait. So UFC 300 right around the corner. We just got to get past the big Chris Curtis versus Allen fight. Coming up next. Here it is. Curtis versus Allen. Did you guys listen to the media scrum? I don't understand how Damon Jackson got in the co-main event, but good for him. By the way, he got hair plugs, which is kind of cool. He all of a sudden has a hairline now. All these fighters are somehow finding a way to get hair back in their head, so there's hope for the bolds out there. You guys want to get some hair? I mean, Marab's doing it. Paulo Costa's doing it. So everyone's just showing up with miraculous hairlines. It's a good time to be a man. It's a good time to be a balding man. All right, let's get back into this here. Thank you guys for the donations. Really appreciate it. You guys are very generous. We didn't do the Monday live, but we're here back on a Wednesday. And it's good to be live with you guys. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Hit the like button, of course. It's always fun hanging out with you guys. But yeah, you see this Bambi trailer? Looks fucking good. I don't know. Watch it for yourself. So Chris Weidman, oh man, did he took the eye poke? Let's see. Chris Weidman has asked why he thinks the eye pokes happened so many times in the fight. Okay, let's hear. What kind of excuses is this?
Like you said, like this isn't something that you're known for. You haven't been accused of this in the past. Why do you think it happened 4 times in the span of a few minutes, like second round, third round? It's not common for you.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I think because he's mostly southpaw and I'm orthodox. I'm longer.
He said it's unfortunate. The bro said, yeah, it's unfortunate that I stabbed him in the eyes 4 times. I even did a combination. The old 1-2 eye poke, put him down. Real unfortunate.
Like this isn't something you think it happened for a few minutes, like second.
God, I hate that Arrow gets all these interviews because you know what? He does. At least we have like he talks to these guys, so at least it's relevant. But I just want to skip him and just listen to the fighter for you.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I think because he's mostly southpaw and I'm orthodox. I'm longer. A big part of when you have an orthodox fighter fighting a southpaw guy is you're trying to stay above his lead hand, and so I'm pulling on top of his lead hand to make sure I stay on top. And I'm the longer fighter, so when he comes inside, I'm trying to like create distance, and my fingers were coming out, and poked him in the eye. So it sucks. It's unintentional for people out there because I've seen it. I haven't looked too much, but I've seen it where people think like I intentionally poked him in the eye.
No, I'll agree with him with that. I don't think it's intentional, but it still is. I mean, if you got guys like Chris Curtis that don't eye poke people, there are fighters that never eye poke people. It could be done without eye poking.
Just want you to
and he's
know.
not really Chris is not really known for eye poking guys, so it is weird. But if you're later on in your career, you're 39 years of age, coming off a serious injury, right? Like, and now all of a sudden you're eye poking people. I mean, you just want to win. So the things that you used to do before, where you weren't eye poking people, I mean, it's going to start happening now because all you're looking to do is win the fight, right?
Like if I had the dexterity and the wherewithal to like take my one finger and find his eyeball and poke it, why wouldn't I just knock him out anytime I want? Okay, there's his chin. Here's my big old fist. That's easier to hit than finding his little eyeball. I mean, it's obviously completely unintentional, and I would never like think about cheating. That's just.
It's so funny because I like Weidman, so I don't want to completely shit on him, but at the same time, I'm going to. Yeah, he was all anti-cheating with the steroids and all that stuff for many years. He's been very vocal that he does not like cheaters in this game. And then winning a fight with eye pokes. Karma, motherfucker.
Not who I am. I don't think really. I have a hard time imagining too many people who are like, I'm going to try to poke him in the eye now. You know, I just don't think that way.
Okay. Interesting. I'm going to show a clip of Bisping and Anthony Smith and why I believe that fighters have CTE and then start podcasts. And then if you're just watching it for entertainment, it's fine. But when you hear what these guys said, actually, I'll play it right now and we'll get back into this stuff. I don't know did you guys hear this? By the way, Rangers beat the Devils. Let's go Rangers, of course. But it started off with a fucking brawl. Everyone started fighting. And there's Rempe again. There's my boy Rempe, the 6'8" monster. Not the best of fighters, but he's young. He'll get a good overhand. But yeah, man, the entire fucking both 5-on-5, everyone started brawling. I love it. All right, so here it is, the Believe You Me podcast, right? How many people watch this? Okay, how many people watch this shit? Now, listen, I guess I do come across as a Michael Bisping hater. I don't really have many fond things to say about him. Let's start off with the good. He knocked out Luke Rockhold and became champion. One of the greatest moments in UFC history. It was phenomenal. Mike Bisping going in there and doing that and then roasting him after the fight as well was so much fun. That was like the peak Michael Bisping moment. I didn't like him in The Ultimate Fighter. I was rooting for Mayhem Miller. As a commentator, I think he kind of sucks, to be honest. He's kind of funny when the post-fight interviews when he's like, thinks he's off camera and he says something, that he's not supposed to say. I think that's kind of funny. He's probably a fun guy to kick back and have some beer with, right? That's about it. Everything else, I mean, I don't get the Michael Bisping thing. I honestly don't understand it. But he, on YouTube, doing a podcast, and he has it with Anthony Smith, Believe You Me, and they come up with this, like, I'll just listen to it.
Skill for skill, I think he can compete with everybody in that division up to the very top. But
now they're talking about Chris Weidman. Okay? Chris Weidman.
Yep. It's just, can he stay healthy enough to put a run together?
Well, I would like to see him get a high-profile matchup next because, given the pedigree, given the history, given what he's done for the sport, he certainly deserves it. So I'm just looking at
with injuries too. Even if you think about, as you're looking at the rankings, even if you think about just his injuries and him trying to stay healthy, even slow rolling him through the bottom of the rankings is dangerous because that's just more opportunities to get hurt. That's more training camps. If you can get him a big name halfway up, maybe
even Sean Strickland.
Fuck it.
Sean Strickland, Chris Weidman, the All-American against, here's the thing, guys, American, right? Do it.
In what world would that happen? Where Sean just defended his belt and lost it. Fight Chris Weidman, who was coming off a fight where he just won by 4 eye pokes. Dude, that's nuts. Like, this is let me be the person that kind of shit on some people with terrible MMA takes. The Joe Schmoes like me out there that are doing these YouTube videos and been doing it for fucking 7 years. Every once in a while we have a take that's a little ridiculous. Now you got former UFC champions with these takes. Like, this is nuts, man. This is fucking nuts. And then you got Anthony Smith's like, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds like a good idea.
And
fuck it.
Yeah. Sean Strickland, Chris Weidman, the All-American against.
Wouldn't you be like, Bisping, what the fuck are you saying? Are you trolling right now? Like, that would be the first thing that jumped in my head. I'd be like, wait, hold on a second. You're joking, right? Like, Sean Strickland versus Chris Weidman right now. Where we are right now, that's the fight to make. Strickland's already talking about leaving the UFC if you don't give him something that's worth it. Give him a rematch against DDP. Keep him up top over there. Weidman? Doesn't Weidman have something to prove? Something to prove. And I like Weidman. I'm rooting for Weidman. I always have pushed for Chris Weidman. But after that fight that just happened, you're going to have to run that back with Bruno Silva. And if you beat Bruno Silva, does it really do anything for you? Like, you got to work your way back up, and you're 39 years of age coming off a bad injury. You don't look quite like the one man you looked like before. You did have some pretty good head movement, but that's Bruno Silva. You're fighting the upper echelon guys. What's going to happen? Like, you put him in there with Sean Strickland. What do you think is going to fucking happen? It's going to be a competitive fight? Thank you, Nicole Wilson. Appreciate you. 44 months. As a champion, a member, thank you so much. Let's let this play out.
Here's the thing, guys, American, right? Do it.
That's probably a really good fight.
That's a good fight. That's a good
That's a really good fight. Yeah. I didn't even think about that.
Chris Weidman.
You didn't think about that because there's no way it's going to happen.
On Strickland, let's go.
I'm going to text him out right now.
Oh, he should start calling him out.
Well, who's he texting? He's texting Weidman?
No.
Oh, he should start calling him out.
They're like really serious about this. Yeah. Let's try to make this fight happen. I'll never forget when Ray Longo was nice enough to invite me and Jesse to do his podcast when he used to have a podcast with this guy named The Manimal at Law MMA. We show up at the gym. We go upstairs. We do the podcast. We had a blast. And during the podcast, we spoke about Weidman. He had a big fight coming up. Fucking hell. Who is it? Was it Dominic Reyes? Oh, let me look. But anyway, if he won that fight, I was like, is the goal? Like, is he going to oh, he was moving up. That's what it was. I'm like, is the goal for Chris Weidman to fight John Jones? Like, I was talking about this with Ray Longo in his podcast. Like, is that like the goal? Is that what we're doing here? So he beat Anderson Silva, then he's going to go up and beat John Jones. And Ray's like, yeah, that'd be something special, right? I'm like, holy crap. I'm like, that'd be amazing. That's what we were talking about. And that fight was Dominic Reyes in 2019, where he got knocked out in the first round. So he came off the fight with Jacare, got finished in the third, right? We did the podcast 2019, October of 2019, right before the Dominic Reyes fight. And that's when Weidman went up because he's a pretty big dude at middleweight. He's a pretty big guy. And he can grapple too, right? So him moving up kind of made sense a little bit. And he got fucking starched by fucking Reyes. And everything we spoke about with Longo about him, going up there and potentially fighting John Jones. Could you imagine if Chris Weidman in 2019 beat Dominic Reyes and then found his way in to fight John Jones and had a chance to beat Anderson Silva and John Jones? Could you imagine what that would have been like? That was kind of cool to think about back then. Now, here we are, many fights later. I mean, you're on a 3-fight skid. Well, the Uriah Hall, that was a broken leg, so you can't go crazy about it. Then it was a grappling match over here. Lost that. Loses Brad Tavares. I mean, the leg kicks, Brad just beat the fuck out of him. And then this fight, he was beating Bruno Silva. I mean, he was winning, but there were a bunch of eye pokes, and then the finishing sequence was a 2-piece eye poke. In what world can we put him against? I mean, look at this. Look at this resume. How do you put him against the guy that just lost the belt? That's what I'm saying. I honestly think that these guys have fucking brain damage. I really do. I think these guys have brain damage. It makes you wonder, we may not have credibility here, the armchair quarterback doing the MMA-Holes or any other podcast out there, but at the end of the day, we're not getting hit in the head repetitively where we have takes that Chris Weidman should fight Sean Strickland next. And to the point where we're going to give him a call and say, hey, call him out. It might happen. That's just straight up brain damage.
CBD.
Hell monkey.
CBD.
With the 420.
CBD. It helps with healing process and inflammation and stuff like that. So you wanted to get these for before or after the fight training and make your life a better place.
So my cuz who tried to die's lil bro died on his motorcycle a few years ago. 5 days after he turned 21. Guy who cut my other cuz down was his BFF. BFF married the GF he had at the time. Left her for my dead cuz's bro's wife after he cut him down.
Pale Monkey, you're going to have to come on the next Fuko Friday and tell this story from the very beginning. What are you doing this Friday? I mean, I got to hear this story. Jesus, that's nuts. That is nuts. Thank you so much for the 420. What in the holy hell kind of story is that? That is crazy.
Wonderful.
And no, I don't live in Alabama.
That would be it. That should have been the follow-up question. Thank you. Anyway, thank you so much, Pale Monkey. Appreciate your support. You and Nicole, great human beings. Thank you. All right, so what do you guys think about this? And if you're watching the replay, let us know in the comments section for the algorithm, of course. Let us know down below. All right. Yeah, I was actually going to do a solo upload for this and just roast these two. But I said, we'll just talk about it a little bit tonight. Yeah, so I want to get your thoughts on this. What do you think? Like, are these guys trolling? That seems to be the answer. Anytime someone says something really stupid, I was just kidding. It doesn't seem like these guys are kidding. Like, this dude's literally going to text Weidman now. It's crazy. That Bisping GSP fight, GSP had a cut and Bisping was trying to, dude, that was nuts. Yeah, I was in the building for that. Yeah, Bisping was working off the mat and was kind of fucking up GSP a little bit, like from the bottom. Like he was going crazy, I remember. I haven't rewatched that fight since I was there at 217. I would like to rewatch that thing. But yeah, Bisping lost. GSP got the strap and then retired. Their numbers are probably dropping. Do you think that they're doing it on purpose? Try to get a hot take out there? Try to get the numbers up? Maybe. Possibly. Like, hey, what kind of stupid shit can we say? I noticed that that's the trend. Like fighters are following us. Like it's crazy, man. Fighters are following the content creators and saying, okay, what stupid shit are they saying? They're saying really dumb stuff. It's getting a lot of clicks. Let's say something really dumb. Say something, the dumbest thing we could put out there and pretend we're serious about it. Maybe that's it. Could be. I don't know. That could be it. 3 belts changed hands, that card. It did, yeah. 3 and news. History was made that night. Sense of humor is essential. Hey, that one girl, how you doing? Hope you're well. Very true, very true. My stepkid's dad was shot in the back. Man, life gets crazy. Baby mama tripping, hunting me now for SSI payment. Left my ass off that. What the hell? Forgot how bad Weidman's shit slide was. Thanks for reminding. It's crazy, man. It all started. Dude, it's crazy. I still have very fond memories of Chris Weidman and what he's accomplished and defending his belt, you know, beating steroid guys. But it all started with... Oh, did I pass it? Hold on a second. Where is it? The Luke Rockhold situation. I wish they would have ran it back. I really wish he could have got that one back. So you have this crazy run, okay, in the UFC. You're unbeaten in the UFC. You're running up, and I remember back in the day, people were actually making a good argument that Chris Weidman could get the job done against Anderson. I still wasn't believing it, to be honest. I was listening, but I wasn't believing it. And then when he took out Anderson was doing the whole showboat thing, and Chris pops him. It was one of the most iconic things, finishes and switch of waists with the strap. Weidman did something pretty special. Then in the rematch, the infamous leg break. So, I mean, it's terrible that happened, but you got 2 on Anderson there. You defended against Lyoto Machida, and then Vitor Belfort just annihilated. That first round was pretty nuts, but took him out there. So he went on a 3-fight Brazilian legend streak over there, and it was fun. Like, so he defended a belt 2 times. He's coming off the finish. Then he fights Luke Rockhold, which was, you know, it was an all right fight. And Chris goes in with that fucking spinning kick, flops to the ground, and that was it, man. The 4th round, Luke pounced on him, and away they went. I really wanted to see them run that back. Who knows? They could have ran that back, and if Chris found a way to readjust and beat Luke Rockhold, which I think is a winnable fight, you know, he might have never had that skid. But instead, he had the Yoel Romero thing where the knee hits him in the head and almost split his head in half. That was crazy. Then for Gegard Mousasi, and that was a weird, odd finish, controversy. He went to Long Island. I was actually at this event over here, Kelvin Gastelum. This was another weird one because Kelvin was doing all right, and then Chris Weidman wound up getting on top of him and finished him. But at this stage of the game in 2017, Kelvin was like really legit. And I'm going to say it. I think Kelvin, who was very good friends with Chris Weidman at the time, I think he threw that fight. Go watch that fight again. I was in the building for that thing. And I remember watching it live being like, well, that was weird. And then watching the replay and saying, holy shit. I mean, did he just lay over? Did he roll over in that fight? Like he did all right in the beginning. And then all of a sudden Chris was too big and took him down and finished him. But something felt off. Does anyone remember that? Something felt very off. Like Chris really needed that win bad. Because of, the Luke Rockhold losing the belt, head smashed in Romero, the Gegard controversy, still got finished in that one. He was desperate for a win. And then Kelvin, I felt like threw him a bone. It was really bizarre. And and then loses to Jacare, goes up a weight class, loses to Dominic Reyes, comes back and kind of snuggles up with Omalley. Just kind of holds on to get a win back in the win column. There he goes. And then bam, 2-fight skid again. You got the injury. Man, it's been a rough go. The Rockhold thing destroyed him. Since the Rockhold fight, right? He lost to Rockhold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I guess you could say 6, 7 fights. Weird freak injuries, weird outcomes. 7 fights, 3 wins, and 2 of those wins are suspect. The Bruno Silva one, he got the combination eye poke, which I think I don't know. I think he's going to appeal that shit. That might be a no contest. And the Kelvin Gastelum one, I'm telling you, man, if you have not seen this fight, run it back and jump in the comment section down below and let me know what you think. Do you think Kelvin gave him that win? Because I'm telling you, man, something was really weird. Now, the place was electric. I was in the building. Everyone from Long Island was going nuts. It was a lot of fun, seeing him win and that's my boy and the whole deal. But think about that. The last 3 wins that Chris Weidman had, 2 are controversial. 2 of them. Thank you, KC. Gifted the membership. Weird thing happened last time he gifted. The sausage got it from the dead. That was really strange. But Casey, thank you for gifting the membership. Thank you so much, my friend. Get on them knees.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Okay. Let's see what else Chris Weidman said here. Let's see. Chris, it just doesn't make sense to me, yet we don't have like a curvature type glove. Okay, here we go.
The first thing is my strong stance on it is it just doesn't make sense to me yet that we don't have like a curvature type glove where your fingers get brought down. Just so people know, like when you put those UFC gloves on, it's like it's hard. It's hard to like, spread your fingers and then pull your fingers down. Like I want to explain this the right way. It's just there should be a way to like where it's curving your fingers down. I mean, it's like my fingers open, I guess, pretty easy is what I mean, actually. Like
Man, this is what happens when fighters, they stick around a little bit too long. Right? You get that weird vibe. Like things don't seem, I don't know. Oh shit, Pale just gifted. He just gifted 5 memberships. 5. Who got it? Mars. Sand. Zoman Zombie. Guido and a Speedo. Justin Station. Pale Monkey. Woo! Thank you for the gifted memberships. Let's go. Hey, you guys that got the gifted memberships, I'll see you probably Tuesday mornings when Ellie goes to dance class. I do some bonus streams, have some coffee with you guys. It's been a lot of fun to do. So if you have a membership, now you can hang with us for those streams. Hell yeah. Thank you, Pal. You're the man. Pal's one of the best. One of the fucking best, yeah.
Where it's curving your fingers down. I mean, it's like my fingers open, I guess, pretty easy is what I mean, actually. Like it's my fingers open like this. It should be kind of like curved down, so less chance of having a finger in an eye, which I don't think is that big of a deal. Like a lot of the gloves that we use in sparring and stuff, there's a huge curvature to it. To make a fist in MMA, it's like you have to really squeeze. Your glove is pulling your hands out. Is kind of what I'm.
Yeah, there should be a curve. I mean, that does make sense.
Trying to explain. So when you have the UFC gloves, to make a fist, you have to really intensify and use muscle to close that fist. If you're in a relaxed state, your hand it kind of like pulls open. You need a glove that, when you're in a relaxed state, it kind of forces your hands a little bit more closed. So there's less chance of, whatever. like even if I'm when I'm using boxing gloves, and I'm sure all the boxers will say the same thing. The majority of the time, your hands are actually open. You know, you just can't see it, but your hands are nice and relaxed, and you're kind of like toying, and just at the last very second, you like close your fist.
So
it's awkward. It's awkward to fight with your hands closed because you have MMA gloves on, and the ref's yelling at you to close.
Super chat.
Justin, thank you for dropping a deuce on the show. Appreciate you guys have been going ham on the donos tonight. Thank you. Muchos gracias. Muchos gracias. Thank you so much, guys. All right, what else did Chris say? Says if he had lost the fight with Bruno Silva, he would have retired. I fucking knew it. Yeah, we were saying it. We were saying it when he was standing in his corner when Bruce was doing the announcements. You can catch our live. Go back and you'll hear me say it. Chris looked like he was ready. Win, we move forward. Lose, gloves stay in there. We knew that seemed like it was inevitable. So interesting.
So if it didn't go your way, you were going to retire.
Yeah, I think I think I probably would have retired if I didn't perform out there. You know,
wow.
If he came at me and beat the crap out of me, yeah, I think I was gonna put my gloves down. I didn't really even tell my wife or anybody that, but I was in the back of my head. I was like,
you could see it. You can fucking see it. I'm telling you, watch it back when he was standing there and they were announcing it. You could just see it. Like he was like, okay, this is it. You can fucking see it.
Like, because you know, all my training partners, my coaches, everybody, you know, they think I'm better than ever. Like they can't believe how good I am. They think I could become one of the best guys in the world again. But in my head, I'm like, man, I've done everything already, and I know my potential, and I know what they see, and I know I could be in there with anybody. But if I'm not able to put it together in the UFC, in the cage in front of everybody, then I'm not going to do it anymore.
Those are called yes men. Yeah, those are called yes men. Yeah, I mean, you're a former champion, for God's sakes. What are they going to say? No, you suck, bro.
So if I didn't perform well, I think I was done.
In that whole, you know, aftermath, the hysteria, the excitement, did you consider after the win doing that, saying, hey, let me go out on top? Did that thought cross your mind at all?
No. I was like, I kind of told myself I wasn't going to retire, and because my body felt so good all the training camp. Like I said before, the last time I was on the show, this Trinity Gold kind of like reinvigorated my career with, you know, getting rid of all these pains and everything I've been dealing with. So I felt so good that unless I couldn't perform in there, then I don't think I should be done.
Okay, so there's Weidman giving an update. Interesting. Very interesting. Macy Barber. Nah, who cares? She's got crazy eyes. Macy's good, though. Let's see what else we got over here. What the fuck is this Spike from Buffy the Vampire Slayer? So why is he interviewing Spike from Buffy the Vampire Slayer? What's that about? I'm going to look at the card that's coming up this weekend as well. Just want to see what else is over here. What am I missing? Pale monkey. A lot of WWE. So when is this WWE? They got a big event coming up, WrestleMania, some shit. What's coming up? Because it seems like, yo, whatever they're doing, everyone's talking about it. I saw the Rock thing. Like everyone's going crazy over the Rock. Reigniting. I saw this shit, man. Like what? How dumb. Like Ariel had one of the wrestlers on, and they had like this fake beef bullshit going on here. I'm like, oh my God, what is happening? It's crazy. You guys into WWE? Is that your style? What did Nate the Great say? I missed this. I didn't see this. Nate Landwehr, this fight shit. Like fall in love with your neighbor's hoe. She ain't ever gonna love you. The fuck, dude. Yeah, it's that stupid fake beef. Man, this guy loves Ariel. CM Punk? What is he doing now? CM Punk. I didn't know Randy and Dusty were related. WrestleMania is the time. Is this time? All right, so when is WrestleMania supposed to be? Is it coming up this weekend? Is it going up against 300? Cringe fake beef. Yeah, it's so stupid, man. I feel like Ariel's just trying to push away the MMA community. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just weird. Like, he's kind of leaning into the boxing world and WWE and stuff like that. And then when he has fighters, like, how did he not have Beast Mike Davis on? He jazzed in his pants. CM Punk will make an MMA comeback. Oh my God, dude. Here's the Buckley shit. We did a video on that. If you missed our video on Buckley roasting Ariel, go check that out. Yeah, let's do this. MMA. Pale monkey, 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 monkey. Oh, wait. NNA. Let's see. You got any clips from the media scrum? So I guess PFL is happening. All right, here we go. Yeah, look at Damon Jackson. What the fuck? Dude, it's so weird when someone has no hairline and all of a sudden the grass starts growing again. It's super weird. Andre the Giant versus Hulk Hogan. Then I would watch.
This is a matchup that almost
dig him up from the dead.
Got made years back in a different, LFA, smaller.
Guys, one's in the chat. If you want Damon Jackson back on the program, I haven't spoken to him in a minute. Very nice guy.
Promotion.
Although he's had a rough run lately.
It's something that we're both from Texas. He was coming up. I was coming up.
Dude, look at his. When we had him on, I said he looked like the dude from. Maybe it's our fault. I said he looked like that guy from Grand Theft Auto. The dude, the guy that had like the receding hairline, and like he's like I don't know. I don't know if he got offended by it. I don't know. Maybe that's why he got this done.
We almost fought. We didn't, and nothing.
Hey Moss, just tuned in tonight. How'd the web test go? Not good. I have my cousin showing up tomorrow. Hopefully this weekend it tests better. But another reason why I'm massively stressed out. The weekend before went great. This past weekend, when I looked at it, it didn't look very good. And the people that use it had issues. So we're going to test it again this weekend. We'll keep you guys posted, though. Thank you for inquiring. We'll keep you guys posted.
I was really sad after that. But
what happened to his nose, too? Did he get his nose done?
I'm actually pretty tight with Cowboy Cerrone. Him and my coach are, they used to be teammates. And so when he talked all that smack with Cowboy, it kind of lit some fire underneath me. I was like, dude, like, this guy's so arrogant. Like, he talks so much smack. And so ever since then, I kind of just haven't liked him. So
God, I hope he wins, Damon. But Damon hasn't looked good.
I got the matchup. I was excited for sure.
What was he saying?
Look back at the press conference. He talked about how old Cowboy was and how he was just going to tool him and he was going to do whatever he wanted to him. And he talked a lot of smack, man, like a lot of smack. So it is what it is. It wasn't about me. I don't take anything personally, really. I just there's some people that I don't really not like a whole lot.
Damon Jackson. You don't stress for anything that's not about the kid. Well, it is about the kids because we need this to work. We've invested a lot of time, money, the whole deal in it, and you need it to work for the kids. Everything, trust me, everything I stress about is for the kids. The other shit, like the weird shit that from late that's been jumping in my mind, that stuff I can't really control. But yeah, most of my stress is, got to be a good parent, got to make sure I provide, got to make sure, things work out,
A lot of people, but I just don't like him. And
normal
I don't know
shit.
what it is, but something about his face.
You know what? I'm kind of with him. I think Anthony Hernandez has a very unlikable face too. What about these shirts? What do you think about this? So Alan walks into the media scrum with a cheek clapper shirt, and Curtis comes in there mostly peaceful. O.J. Simpson, the glove don't fit, you must have quit. Yo, man. Hold on. Let's see what Chris says here. Hold on. Chris Curtis, the action man. Like I said, I reached out to him today. Very nice guy. Happy for his success. Hopefully he gets his hand raised. I like Allen too. I got to be honest here. I like both guys.
Announced today you're going to be in the UFC video game in June.
Finally.
You happy about that?
Dude, I refuse to play the UFC video game until they put me in.
It's so funny because Curtis is like you look at him, he's a fucking jacked up.
He was jacked.
UFC fighter, knocking people out, the whole deal. But he's just a giant nerd. Like he legit is straight up fucking nerd.
Announced today you're going to be in the UFC video game.
No
in
problems.
June.
Finally.
You happy about that?
Dude, I refuse to play the UFC video game until they put me in. And that was my stipulation. People were like, oh, will you play with me? I'm like, no, I won't touch this game till I'm in it. So that's exciting. Thank you, EA. Thank you.
And then finally, are you...
Don't fuck my stats up, please. Like, as I say this, like, please don't give me shitty stats. Like, oh, God, guys, do not do that. I swear to God, please don't do that.
Are you excited for the new Mad Max movie that's coming out soon?
Dude, Furiosa, I'm very excited about. Like,
this dude, so there's a new wave of reporters there. I forgot the lady's name that opens up now. A lot of the fight nights, it's like these are the 1-2 punches. This guy Alex that's talking right now, he's got like a speech impediment, but you know he's doing well, so good for him. And you have the Amy chick that asked the first questions now. John Morgan, I don't know what happened to John Morgan. John Morgan, rest in peace. But now you have the new influx of the new wave of MMA media.
I was a big fan of Fury Road, so like Furiosa is going to be interesting. I really want to see where they go with it, but I am super excited about it. I almost wore my Witness Me shirt today, but I thought OJ would be better. But yeah, I'm very excited. I'm a huge Mad Max fan, so
dude showed up with an OJ shirt. He just shows up with an OJ shirt on. This is how you know he's showing Strickland's best friend.
Well, keep your fingers crossed. Please don't take this from me.
No, Alex is not the infection. No. Alex Benham, whatever the hell his name is. He's the guy that asks. He's the guy with the speech impediment, and he's got the fucking humanizing the fighter bit that he does on X. Yeah, he's not the infection.
Which would you rather that EA gets right? The looks, the body, or your stats? I mean, what if he gave you great stats, but you look absolutely like nothing?
I don't care what I look like. Give me good stats. Like, oh my God, nothing's worse than. I remember I was living with Sam Alvey when he first got the game.
Yo, when Chris came on, he told us the stories about how he rode the couch with Sam Alvey. And the funniest part about him living with Sam Alvey was he just like got up and left. Like he didn't even tell Sam like, hey, thanks for letting me ride the couch. He just vanished. Sam woke up one day and Chris was gone. Just went off and did his own thing. It's such a weird friendship him and Sam had.
His feelings were so hurt because they gave him such bad stats. I'm on the couch and he's just like, he was so fucking hurt. And I was like, I never want to do that. Like, Sam's feelings were fucking hurt, guys. So, yeah, like, don't put me through that, please. Yeah, like, I don't got to be the best, but, like, give me, like, upper middle tier, please. Like, I'm begging you.
Oh, boy. He's finally in the, not only is he in the UFC, but he's in the game. EA Sports. He's in the game. It's a shame that game is horrific. Does anyone still play UFC 5? I mean, I haven't even touched it. It looks just like UFC 4, so I'll wait for UFC 6. Alex Hernandez, the man in the co-main event fighting Damon Jackson. I don't like his face either. I'm kind of with Damon on this one. I don't like his face at all. I always root against him.
He seems to not like you very much. I'm just curious if you were aware of that and if you know what the beef might be.
I don't know.
He looks like a character from Game of Thrones that backstabs everybody. That's what he looks like.
I'm pretty neutral about him myself.
Do you want me to tell you what it is, or do you not care? Do you think
it's your face? Tell it, say it. So that's Amy talking right now.
Be a mind game he's playing, or?
Oh, I don't care. You know what it is?
Yeah, he said it's. You said some things about Cowboy that he didn't like.
No, and your face too, Amy. He said he doesn't like your face.
Oh, that's pretty homosexual. That was a long time ago. That's like the softest shit of all time, dude. I promise.
It's pretty homosexual. You're saying this to a liberal.
Most Cowboy doesn't care about you. I was just drinking beers and eating hot dogs in San Antonio with Cowboy. When he made it to the Hall Hall of Fame. So, yeah,
He does have a pretty smug face, huh?
That's kind of silly to cry over another man's woes.
Do you plan on bringing that up if he brings it? I mean,
Amy, bring up his face. Bring up the fact that he doesn't like his smug face.
bringing that up if he brings it. I mean,
Fuck no. Give a fuck. I think I want to remember that anyways. No. I don't care to bring that up. That has nothing to do. That was, I don't know, the first year I was here, maybe 5-6 years ago. Yeah, that's a wild thing to be holding on to.
do you think when somebody is holding on to something like that maybe they're grasping at straws for something, that they're kind of hope that they are trying to give themselves an edge? Do you feel like he needs to hate you in order to fight you?
I mean, that's a personal question. You'd have to ask that guy that. It seems like it. Yeah, it seems a little bit like straw grasping. I don't know. I don't know.
I hope Damon can get him down, beat him up. What did Allen have to say? Let's see. The cheek clapper. I like Allen, man. I really do. I want to see this kid make a run, but it sucks that he's fighting Curtis again.
I feel great, and I'm ready to go test the.
I love this kid's confidence. I love the fact that he's so well rounded. He could beat you anywhere. He's in a good zone.
waters. I'm ready to go see if I am as good as I think I am, and I'm ready to go test. I believe the first one was a fluke, and I'm ready to go test that.
Right, he's a Louisiana guy, right? If I'm not mistaken. Here's Chris Weidman's losses. I like Allen, man. I really do. I kind of wish, Chris wasn't the guy that slipped in here. PFL Thursday. Wow, it's tomorrow? I didn't know that. PFL. Should we? How many people? Oh, fucking hell. My cousin's coming. 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. Oh, my God. So that'd be 3:30 for me. I can't do it. Shit. So since PFL's on Thursday, this is PFL 1 for 2024, right? So would you guys want us to do PFL streams on Thursday nights? Yes or no in the chat. Let me know. Maybe we'll do Fight Buddies for PFL on Thursdays. I mean, it kind of doesn't go against anything. If I'm free, I don't see why not. What do you think? Uploads, PFL, what should we do on Thursday nights? Maybe. 1FC's got something going on Friday. Don't know either of these guys. LFA's got something going on. KSW, Cage Warriors. Wow, busy. Busy. You guys would hang? You guys would hang for PFL? I don't want to just do another, bitch and complain. I kind of feel like I've been complaining a lot lately about these fights, and I'm trying not to do it. It's giving us content, but I'm trying not to fucking rip these organizations apart. Once a month mental health stream, open calls. What, dude, you want me to go to a fucking psych ward? If I did that once a month, I would need professional help, for real. I don't know if I could do that once a month. I don't know. But I like talking to you guys. I do. But could you imagine we had a fucking once a month? That would go crazy. Let's see. Man, yeah, look at this run. Yeah, he is from Louisiana. That's right. Bobby Boucher. All right, let's see what he has to say.
It's just another win. I'm not putting any emphasis on anything. Yeah, I lost to the guy. I was winning until I wasn't on that one. It is what it is. He caught me. Stay in this game long enough, everyone's going to get caught. I feel I'm better. I feel I was better then. I'm definitely better now. And I'm just going to test that. Other than that, I just really want to get a win. My niece is going to be here. My daughter's going to be here. My mom's going to be here. Yeah.
Speaking of hang, is that a sausage? Did you ever find out? Yeah, we know what happened. I'm not gonna talk about that. It's pretty fucked up. Yep, we know the details. If you do want, though, like I said in the beginning of the show, if you do want to leave a nice comment on the obituary, message Jesse on Discord or DM us at the MMA-Holes on social. We can send you that information so you guys can, reach out to the family if you'd like to do that. But Jesse made contact with his pop today, and it was a conversation. He's a very nice guy, very, very nice guy, but a little rough. But yeah, we know the details. He's gone. And it's pretty fucked up.
I'm just ready to do that and go enjoy the city. This is their first time here, so everything matters on winning for me. I just want to win, and I don't care how. It could be a 5-round boring fight, which me and Chris aren't going to do that, but it could be, and it is what it is.
Oh, my God. Could you imagine this fight sucks, too? Oh,
A win's
God.
a win, and we'll see what's next.
I don't think it's going to suck. I don't. I feel it's going to be good. So Chris is a plus 165. Let's go to the old MyBookie. MyBookie.ag. Remember, the promo code is MMAHOLES for a 10% match in your first deposit. I'm going to try to find some bets for this weekend, so make sure you tune in on the Fuqua Friday show. But I'm going to look at, let's look at the odds. Man, Pantoja versus Irseg. What the fuck? Okay, here we go. So my bookie's got Chris plus 170. Not bad. Plus 170. Alan is 28. Curtis is 36. Alan 6'2", 5'10". Curtis, both. Actually, Curtis got a little bit of a smidge of a reach advantage. Now, Chris did finish Alan in his last loss, which was how many years ago now? His two losses were to Curtis and Strickland. That was 2021. And here we are in 2024. And that was like wasn't that like a short notice fight where Alan slipped in? Ever since then, he has not looked back. Rear naked choke to Sam Alvey, the heavyweight karate combat champion. Jacob Malkoon, decision. Yoko, rear naked choke. Nuñez, rear naked choke. The one thing that really stands out here is if you look at, let's see, Paul Craig, Bruno Silva, Nuñez, Yoko. I mean, that's pretty solid to be submitted in some of these guys, especially like Paul Craig and stuff. That's pretty good. They're all submissions, right? And Curtis has never been submitted in the UFC. Has he? When was the last time Chris was submitted? It was a long time ago, right? Let's see. And all of his wins here are submissions. Damn. Unanimous. Malkoon was a decision, but that was a 3-round fight, right? So, I mean, if you think about this, a 5-round fight. Curtis, the last time he was subbed, he's got pretty good defense when it comes to the grappling. Like, he doesn't get taken down. Ray Cooper, even Magomed, he couldn't submit him. Split decision. Shit, man, what a career. What, he hasn't been submitted. All right, did I miss one? Curtis never been submitted. He's got some submissions. I mean, you never know. Anything can happen in these fights. Yeah, Chris hasn't been submitted. Damn, that's crazy. 31-10-0 in those 10 losses, not one submission. So I think Allen's gonna win, but I'm gonna jump on plus money for Curtis just for the hell of it, because how is Allen gonna win? Is he gonna win the 5-round decision? I mean, he could. He's got pretty decent striking. I think Chris is a better striker. The last bunch of fights he's won by submission. I mean, you could make an argument that Chris can squeeze out a decision here, unless Allen headbutts him. You need a towel? Oh, okay. Hold on a second. Jesse needs a towel. What? Hey, you keep putting it on my side. I don't know what you want me to say. Jesse keeps on putting the towel on my side. She puts the towel on my side, and then she's like, you keep using my towel. I'm like, well, don't put it on my side. I mean, that's not too hard to ask. All right, hold on a second. Let's play a quick break. I'll be right back. I'm going to put some of your favorite songs on here. Hold on a sec.
Y'all check it out, I'm on the mic. Talk about something that they all like. Scrolling through the feed, it's all the same. Every post, every pick is like a game. Like. Hit it like the MMA-Holes, want you to hit the like. Double tap, hit the heart, feel the hype. We all alike. Every status, every meme, every tweet, just hit the like. The dopamine rush, make you feel alive. It's all we like. Like a harlot, addicted to the likes. scrolling all night. Gotta get my fix like a harlot. Can't get enough. Gotta hit the light. Show some love. Ooh, yeah.
Jesse just found out that I have a side. Okay. All right. She got her towel. Everything's good. Everything's good now. All is well. All right. What else we got here? What the fook? What else do we got over here? All right. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? I think we pretty much covered everything. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I think it's really worth talking about. Wax on. You know what? I'm actually curious. Damon Jackson, so Damon Jackson is a plus 175 underdog. Alex Hernandez has looked pretty good. Let's see. He's looked a lot better lately. All right, so he lost against Bill Algeo. Jim Miller. I mean, he beat Jim the Goat Miller. Billy Q got knocked out, submitted by Moicano 2 years ago. That was over a year ago. Holy shit, man. That was a while ago. Damn, his last win was a year and 1 month ago. Fuck, I feel like it was closer. So, I mean, I guess we could make an argument. Damon Jackson's looked terrible. Billy Q. Wow, they both lost to Billy Q, and yet they're in the co-main event. And look how bad Billy looks lately. Dan Ige, that one's fair. Dan's got heavy hands. Sabatini knockout. Damn, I tell you. Let's see. 35. Hernandez is 31. 5'9". Jackson 5'11". Hernandez has a 72-inch reach, 71-inch reach for Jackson. Maybe he'll be competitive. Anyone like the under on this one? I kind of want to throw money on him just because he's been on. Like, I like to bet on the guys that have been on the show, but both of them are older. I feel like Hernandez should win this fight, though. Let's see. So my bookie's got Hernandez at a minus 210. Damon Jackson, a plus 175. Talk about Tyson eating Jake Paul's ear. We spoke about Tyson and Jake Paul. If you missed it, run it back. Let me look on the Discord, see if there's anything that you guys want to jump in on. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. All righty. Like a holic. Okay, here we go. So here is when we're talking about Bisping and Anthony Smith.
Wonderful.
There you go. Kainotto at it again on Discord. The man, the myth, the legend. Manel KP, that guy fucking, man, ruining more cards. Algorithm. All right, guys, on that note, let's get out of here. Thank you guys for stopping by. Appreciate it. If you're watching the replay, comment down below on any of the topics. I want to get your opinion. If I didn't see your comment in the chat, repeat it in the comments section. Keep the conversation going. Go binge through our uploads. Hit the like button. Throw us in the algorithm. Thank you to the members, and thank you to everyone that donated tonight. Really appreciate it. We'll be back for Fuqua Friday. If we're live on Tuesdays, Thursdays, or Sundays, that's on Gummy Gang, our second channel, which I've been having a lot of fun. Our last Gummy Gang channel got completely demonetized, but I think it's still good. I think it's still up, so you guys can still see that if you want to catch last night's stream. What else do we got over here? Thank you to the sponsors. Thank you once again to everyone just showing up and being an MMA hole. And very important, don't be an a-hole. Oh, by the way, D-Rest did something pretty cool. He put a song, a tribute to the sausage. Go check out D-Rest's channel. I don't know. He spams in the Discord. If you could find his channel, go check it out over there. Don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA hole. Good night.